here from the overdevelopment that we're able to see all around us here. So how new is this development?
This development is, they started about 18 months ago clearing in this development. One phase of it's got almost 300 homes. Another phase has over 300 homes. And as you can see, they completely clear cut all of the trees, and they bring in to this environmentally sensitive peninsula red clay fill to put the roads and the houses on, and that fill is not native to the soils of the peninsula. On either side of this peninsula, you have some very environmentally sensitive waterways. You have a Florida Outstanding waterway to the south of the peninsula. You have Class 2 aquaculture waters of East Bay on the north of the peninsula, and we have a serious problem with runoff into these water bodies because of the lack of infrastructure and things like that. So,
and there's also been loss of, obviously, native plants and wildlife, pitcher plants. I understand there's also gopher tortoises here,
right.
Unusual birds, and all of that is presumably impacted by the developments here.
They're definitely impacted. They are non-existent anymore. And this used to be a vast, there was a vast array of wildlife and birds and bears, Florida black bear, bald eagle. We had all of that. Yes. Not only that, because of the impact in our waterways that are from all of these tract-built subdivisions, we have just had the worst water report that we have ever had as far as our finfish population count. So they do these studies to see how much fish we have. Now, this is a big tourist area. People come here for fishing, canoeing, that kind of thing. There's deep sea fishing, and in our bays, they just had the worst count for finfish. Catfish is one thing, but we're talking about finfish.
Well, now let me just ask you. So this is, of course, a story across Florida, across the United States, Florida particularly, a paradise turned into a developer's bonanza.
We have a mapping platform that we've developed where you can go to one place and get all of the county, state, and federal information that's available on that parcel of land. We've put that together since we've been fighting this fight. But we study what's on the property. This particular area, we fought to have them do another wetland study because the property appraiser's website showed that there were over 100 acres of wetlands in this vast area. The builder and the county commissioners had a fit over it. They wouldn't stop the development. There's only a handful of wetland science people in the area that these developers keep going back to time and again. So it's a circle of life as far as the county commissioners, the developers, the borrow pit owners, and the environmental science people, consultants. They feed off each other, and without one cog of the wheel, everything stops. So they don't do anything to stop development. They enhance it. It's an exploitation of our area. What we've done in fighting this is, all we've asked for is that they set aside some areas and leave them natural so that the rainwater, stormwater runoff can filter into the soil instead of running off into the waterways. And they will not hear of it. They will not leave a park. Right. They won't set aside anything unless it is unless the EPA gets involved.
So you need independent scientists to help you understand what's going on and to present their case to the commission and to any other county statewide planners. And you obviously need a strong public constituency to back you guys up in these struggles.
Right, and we need land development codes that protect and reflect what's actually going on, and we need land development codes enacted that are not in conflict with the state administrative law, the state comprehensive plan, or even the county comprehensive plan, because right now they're in conflict with each other. You've got state laws and comprehensive plans that say natural resources are supposed to be protected. You're supposed to protect environmentally sensitive areas by driving development away from those areas and into other areas that can sustain this type of heavy development. So, but then you've got a county land development code that says do anything you want.
Now,
bring in red clay into an area that's white sand.
Now, to get them to see the light, you probably need to build a movement.
Yes.
And is that what you're trying to do?
That is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate the public about the harm that's being done for the benefit of just a few good old boys and their pocketbooks and bank accounts for our, for the health, welfare, and safety of our citizens, but their progeny as well.
Right.
Our children, our grandchildren. And God forbid we have a bad storm and have to evacuate this area.
And what's the biggest impediment you're finding to building a movement, to getting people on board and to really helping out?
Because one thing, they feel like that they are fighting a losing battle, because all of the politicians that are involved are in bed with the Home Builders Association and the big tract developers. You can look at their the money that they receive and who they receive it from when they run for office, and it's blatant. I mean, it's just absolutely blatant. They put the head of the tract builders he was the head of the Chamber Coalition for the Land Development Code, and they let him write it. So they let a developer write the code that allows them to do this.
So the need in terms of the organizing is to persuade people that they can make a difference.
They can make a difference.